Welcome to all in this my YouTube channel. So, as we are in continuation with this chapter, ionic equilibria, today we have to go for the next point, that is auto-ionization of water. Look at this point, auto-ionization of water. Now you already know that ionization of H2O molecule takes place, that is pure water ionizes to a very small extent, therefore ionization equilibrium we can write for H2O is like this. H2O molecules I have considered two water molecules, and in the when it is in bulk form, hydronium ion is formed, that is H3O plus and OH minus ion. Okay, now as in previous videos we have seen the acid dissociation constant and base dissociation constant, that is for weak acids and weak bases, Ka and Kb. So like that we can also write for these water molecules also, that is K is equal to concentration of hydronium ion and concentration of hydroxy ion divided by the concentration of water, that is H2O square. Why we have given here, that is the value square, because the number of molecules in this equilibrium equation we have taken as a 2, therefore this value becomes here in the form of power, that is 2 square you can say. On rearranging this above equation we are getting here, look at, if we arrange this above equation we will get the terms like this: K into concentration of water square is equal to concentration of H3O plus species and concentration of OH minus species. So this is what we can say rearrangement term which comes from the previous equation. Now if you look at this concentration of water, if you go at anywhere on universe, you will notice that the concentration of water always remains constant or same. So therefore we are using in this equation concentration of H2O is constant, that is we are taking, instead of taking constant we are taking that term as a K dash. Now here look at K dash. When we are using this value in the above equation, what we are getting? K into concentration of H2O, in the sense at the place of H2O we are using K dash, and the product of H3O plus, that is hydronium ion and hydroxy ion, H3O plus and OH minus. So the next term becomes, we have assumed that the product K into K dash is nothing but Kw. Okay, now suppose if you put this value of Kw here, this above equation becomes Kw is equal to concentration of hydronium ion and hydroxy ion. Now what is mean by Kw? To that term Kw we are calling it as a ionic product of water. Now ionic product of water is nothing but, it is the molar concentrations of hydronium ion and hydroxy ion, that is the product of hydroxy ions and hydronium ions. This is nothing but what we are calling it as a ionic product of water. This definition will be asked in your theory exam, so for that you have to keep in mind this formula, then you can write definition in your words. So this is the thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, so this is nothing but what we can say Kw, that is ionic product of water. But we are looking for its value. So to determine its value we have to take some specific values, that is at 298 Kelvin. Look at here, I have written here, at 298 Kelvin in pure water the concentration of both these ions by some experimental conditions, when we are going to measure their values, that is to determine their concentrations, we are getting that value, that is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter or mole per dm. So this value what it shows that it is nothing but the concentration of both ionized species, that is H3O plus and OH minus. So whenever we are came across to determine the ionic product of water, we have to use that value. That is, we have to take the product of both these ions. As earlier we have mentioned like this. So this term becomes like this when we put the values of OH minus ion concentration and H3O plus ion concentration. So by taking the product of these two values, what we are getting? We are getting 1 into 10 raised to minus 14. That is the ionic product of water, which we have explained in terms of equation here. Here we have determined their value, that is Kw is nothing but the ionic product of water, and its value will be 1 into 10 raised to minus 14. Okay, so this is about what we can say ionic product of water. Okay, now we will look forward for the next point, that is pH scale. All of you know that what is meant by pH, what is meant by pOH, as in your previous standard you have studied, that is in 10th standard as well as in 11th also you have got the knowledge of this pH scale. Okay, pH scale, it tells us that for acids and bases there is a specific arrangement to measure the acidity and basicity, and this pH scale is very useful for the determination of H plus concentrations and OH minus concentrations in a specified solution. So we are going to determine what is meant by pH and what is meant by pOH. Okay, now first of all we will define what is meant by pH. pH is nothing but the H plus ion concentration which are present in a specific solution. So while calculating that value, we have to use if one of the equation, that equation we can define like this: pH is nothing but the minus log to the base 10 of H plus ion concentrations. Means once we are able to measure the concentrations of H plus ions or OH minus ions, you can determine pH as well as pOH by experimental techniques. Okay, so this is about what we can say pH scale. Okay, now these are the two equations which are useful to us for the determination of relationship between pH and pOH. Now our need is to determine what is the relationship between pOH and pH. Now we will come across this point, that is relationship between pH and pOH. Okay, first of all, before going to that point, we should know that the ionic product of water, we already determined, that is Kw is equal to hydronium ion concentration, and that is the product of hydronium ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration, that we have taken here. That is nothing but the Kw. This is nothing but what? Ionic product of water. And also we have determined the value of ionic product of water just before in the previous equation. Okay, so by taking these two values, what we have to do? We have to compare these two equations. Then as the left hand side of the equation is equal, right hand side of the equation also becomes equal. So therefore I have taken this value at this left hand side of this equation, and at the right hand side I have taken this value. So the whole equation becomes like this. Now here we have to rearrange this equation for the to show the relationship between pH and pOH. So for that purpose, what we have to do? We have to take log on both sides. So after taking log, we are getting these terms. Now what this term indicates? Here the product of two species is there, that is H3O plus and OH minus ion concentrations. So in mathematics there is a one rule. We are calling it as a multiplication rule. that is, if we take the log of a into b, it will convert into log of a plus log of b. That is, we can say that addition rule. Here, log to the base 10 of, it will becomes log to the base 10 of H3O plus log to the base 10 of OH minus ions concentration. Okay. And at the right hand side, this is a very important part of this equation. You have to go in detail. Then and then only you can write a correct equation. So at this side, what we did, we have taken log here also. That is, we have taken log of 1 into 10 raised to minus 14. I have written here. You just go through this side. You will understand in detail what I did. I have taken log on right hand side also. So here what we did, we have go on multiply throughout the bracket. Then what we will get? We will get log of 1 plus log to the base 10 of 10 raised to minus 14. So what is the value of log of 1? That is 0.00. And for this equation, that is, you will get like this, log of, suppose if we consider log of e raised to x, then how you can resolve that term? X into log of e. So like that we did also here. Minus 14 I have kept multiplied log to the base 10. Okay. Then minus 14 into the value of log 10 will be 1. Therefore we are getting minus 14. So this minus 14 I have kept here. Okay. Now we have to convert this equation in this form. That is, once we have converted in this form, then we can assign for these values, that is pH and pOH. So for that purpose, we have to go on multiplying throughout this equation by minus sign, so as we can get pH and pOH. And that values we can substitute at that in that equation. So I have multiplied throughout this equation by minus sign. So we will get minus log to the base 10 of H3O plus minus log to the base 10 of OH minus ion concentration. And this is nothing but what we can say pH and pOH. So therefore we have in the final equation we have taken as a pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So this is the relationship between pH and pOH. Now on this equation some problems are also there. How that problems are going to be asked to you? Determine the value of pH or determine the value of pOH. So in that case you have to use this final equation, as well as some problems are also based on pH and pOH. Now in NEET, CET and JEE, many problems are there which they can be asked for 1 mark, 2 mark. So like that, in theory also, all these equations are very important in your theory examinations. So this is about what we can say in short: autoionization of water, ionic product of water, and pH scale and relationship between pH and pOH. Thank you very much.